The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Success does not consist in never making mistakes, but in never making the same one a second time. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. The greatest of all evils and the worst of all crimes is poverty. You see things and you say, "Why, but I dream things that never were." And I say, "Why not?" A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them. The best way to predict the future is to create it. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. Beware of false knowledge. It is more dangerous than ignorance. The power of accurate observation is commonly called cynicism by those who have not got it. A government that robs Peter to pay Paul can always depend on the support of Paul. The greatest challenge in life is to find someone who knows all your flaws, differences, and mistakes, and yet still sees the best in you. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Do not wait for extraordinary circumstances to do good. Try to use ordinary situations. The only man who behaves sensibly is my tailor. He takes my measurements anew each time he sees me. The rest go on with their old measurements and expect me to fit them. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. I learned long ago never to wrestle with a pig. You get dirty, and besides, the pig likes it. Life is not about waiting for the storm to pass, but learning to dance in the rain. The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but a life without a purpose. What is a cynic? A man who knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. It is not the possession of truth, but the success which attends the seeking after it, that enriches the seeker and brings happiness to him. People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. The worst sin toward our fellow creatures is not to hate them, but to be indifferent to them. That's the essence of inhumanity. Patriotism is fundamentally a conviction that a particular country is the best in the world because you were born in it. Silence is the most perfect expression of scorn. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. A little learning is a dangerous thing, but a lot of ignorance is just as bad. The moment we want to believe something, we suddenly see all the arguments for it and become blind to the arguments against it. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. The true joy in life is to be a force of fortune, instead of a feverish, selfish little cloud of ailments and grievances. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place.